What is up, YouTube? This is CJ Untouchable of Movies Era 69, and this time I'm gonna give you a double review on two movies, two comedies to be exact, which are Hall Pass and The Hangover 2. I know these are two old reviews, but I decided I'll still give it to y'all just to see what you think. Now, I don't know how many of y'all watching this have ever seen any of my other videos, but one of my friends had the audacity to tell me that my reviews are very monotone. So I'm gonna try something different this time. And you know how I usually be like, well, this is the storyline and all that fucking bullshit, fuck that. We're going straight into the review. I'm just gonna talk about the two movies and I'm gonna give it the overall score. So we're gonna be comparing them, right? So you got Hall Pass and you got Hangover. There are two movies that are comedies that, you know, it's not really anything in depth, it's just meant to make you laugh. And out of these two, I believe Hall Pass would make you laugh more. And obviously these two movies aren't in cinema anymore. So for those of you who live in countries where you gotta buy DVDs original, you probably wanna go buy Hall Pass over Hangover 2. Over Hangover, yeah. Hall Pass is about these two guys who are married and they are like always watching other women and fantasizing about them, and their wife don't get enough sex, and eventually they do so much shit that the wife decide to give them a hall pass. So they have 7 days off of marriage, and by day 5 they both got no action, no anything, and by day 5 the women who weren't planning to do anything, they were already meeting men. Eventually the men didn't have as much fun. One of the women fucking another man, and all the men got was like near second base, and they got chased by a maniac and shit. And the funniest part of that movie is at the end, when, you know, normally when the movie's done, everybody gets up to leave the cinema, and then there's a little short part. Well, that's the funniest part of this movie, because one of their friends, his wife told him would he like a hall pass, and what he visualized happening to him was so funny, and I'm gonna spoil the movie for those of you who haven't seen it, and show that clip at the end. That's how fucking funny it was. And so out of 7 on my scale, which I call the kick-ass scale, I give this movie 6 kicks, because I mean, it's a comedy and you're gonna really laugh through the whole movie, especially the end, which you're gonna see later. Next movie we're gonna look at is Hangover. Now, I watched these two movies on the same day, and Hangover is a movie, yeah, it's funny. The guys, they, as you know, in the first one they got a hangover and fucked up Vegas, and this one they go to Thailand, and for Stu they get married, and the night he just did this, not to just drink one beer. They each had one beer, nothing else, and as they cheered on that one beer, the next thing you know they wake up in a fucked up hotel room in the middle of Bangkok, and Stu's wife's younger brother, who is 16 years old, he is missing, and they find his finger. So for the movie they're trying to find that boy back. The funniest part of this movie, I really can't say, because the movie it's a comedy, yeah, but it's not great. I don't think it's great. There isn't no funniest part where you're gonna be like laughing and rolling on the floor, but you give it a few chuckles here and there. So out of 7, I give this movie 4.5, because it's a movie that you don't need to see your friends and be like, hey dude, go watch Hangover. Hangover 2 is fucking awesome. No, they more be like, hey, I watched Hangover, you know, whatever. If they're cool like me, just be like, whatever, if you know what I'm saying. So now you're gonna see the part of Hall Pass, which I found was really funny. Just sit back and watch that. It's gonna come after my little outro thingy, which I like to play, you know, the dun 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 dun. Yeah, that shit. So let's watch that and then watch the ending. CJ out. Peace.
Kathy Griffin's a delight, isn't she?
I've never seen them look happier.
Who's that, dear?
Maggie and Grace. You know, I've been wondering if maybe I should give you a hall pass.
That was amazing.
Thank you, thank you. It's nice finally to meet a woman who's not obsessed with penis size. I appreciate that.
Oh my god. What if the cops question me? I'm weak. Excuse me? Have you seen my granddaughter?
Dude, up here. That was fucking awesome. We saw the whole thing.
This is racial profiling! I want to speak to a barrister!
So what do you think?
We'll give it a whirl, why not?